So the truth is, when you eliminate the militants from each party, the ones who are, pushing people to get active in terms of politics and militancy and want to eliminate the other people by hook or by crook, or who hold up the Bible and say, this is my land, you get out, or you listen to me, or hold up the democracy, and not democracy, hold up the demographics and say, there were very few Jews here, lots of Arabs here, and this has always been our country. You lost it 2,000 years ago. When you eliminate them from the picture, you still have problems. When people bring up the topic, it's similar like in the United States. If you say to black people who are getting affluent, how do you feel? Oh, great. And how do you feel that you live in a white country? It's not your country. Well, they could always say constitutionally, it is my country. There's no official white or religion or language in this country. But unofficially, they might feel like it's a white country. And that might take away the joy, the vivra, the happiness of life from them, knowing that. And or they could deny it and say it's not. This is a non-denominational country. The Constitution says so. Okay? But in Israel, it's quite a different story. When a non-Jew lives there, even a Catholic who marries a Jew, you know that your wife who's Jewish or your husband who's Jewish is the boss. I mean, even in a divorce, the court will side with them, always. Even if you made all the money and they did nothing, they'll get all the money, because that's how the Jewish law works. It sides with the Jew, all the way up to the top. And I know some Jews who know that and they're aware of it, and it's just fine with them. And I know some non-Jews who are Catholics and Christians from New York and live in Israel. They have businesses, they married. And when you talk about this with them, sometimes they say, get rid of the militants and we'll all be happy. We can all live together. And I say, yeah, but it's still a Jewish country. And they say, who cares if it's a Jewish country? I'm happy. I'm doing fine. It doesn't affect me. And I agree with that. It doesn't affect them. Okay. But some people it might affect. It might affect some people to think that, I'm working and paying hard for someone else's bricks. This can never be my country. My grandson can never be president of this country. And other people might say, who cares? I'm not going to be president of anything anyway. I'm just a businessman with 5 shoe stores. I'm happy. I'm doing well. Who cares if it's a Jewish country? It doesn't affect me. Life is good. I'm happy, And that's maybe how people should think when they live in that country. They're non-Jews. And I mean, and even the Arabs should think like the Catholics and the Protestants from New York. You're doing well. You're having a good life. Don't think about the fact that it's a Jewish country and your grandchild can never be president or general. You can still get rich and have a good life and live in a nice neighborhood and have everything you want, with these neighbors of yours. Live in your neighborhood, they live in theirs, and you get along every day just fine. But just don't listen to the militants. But if you feel, you're paying taxes to a Jewish government and it does bother you a little bit, no need to shoot rockets or anything like that or get militant. Pick up and go. Just pick up and go. Because Israel is not a democracy. It really is a proud apartheid country. There's nothing wrong with that word, apartheid. What it means is that Israel is guaranteed to always be Jewish. It means under no circumstances will a Donald Trump appear, or an Abdullah Trump or Abdul Trump, and manipulate the minds of the people and vote for him, and he would be president, and he might be the general. Okay, that cannot happen, okay, if you have an apartheid country. So there's no problem if Israel is not a democracy. Who cares? But anyway, some thoughts here today that I will erase in 2 days.